It's time to get your morning started with the news you need to know.
News update.
This is what's trending with DJ and PK. Hashtag NBA.
Friday night is D-Day. Friday night is D-Day. That's their season.
Yeah.
If they get down 3-1, they're not going to win this series. Now, if they get it to 2-2, they go back to being the favorite. But Friday night is their game. And, you know, a lot of people, you don't get to go to the finals and to say we're going to get back the next year. Look at the Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
They probably going to break that team up. Think about it. Remember they had KD, Russ, and James. They never got back to the finals again.
Charles Barkley says Game 4 is everything to Oklahoma City. He knows about not getting back because he had a great team and got to the finals and got beat and didn't get back.
He doesn't know anything. He tries to be so profound. He's entertaining, but he tries to be so deep. With the, he said, what was it, in the New York-Indiana series, that this team's dead, that team's dead, and he cracks me up. They have him on Phoenix a lot, and he tries to be so deep as he's some philosopher. It just isn't there.
I think he's right about this. There's no guarantee you're getting back. And
if he's right about it, it's because it just happens.
You throw enough stuff against the wall, you get something right. Yeah.
He reminds me of a better Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis, everything he tried to say was tried to be so deep. I remember one time he had, Barkley had Dwight Howard on the set, and he was going to give him this sage advice. He says things like 20 times over. I find him very entertaining, but I don't find him that deep.
Tip-off tonight, 6:30, ABC, Game 4. Pacers up 2-1, trying to take control of the series. DJ and PK.
Hashtag NFL.
Our first priority, which was consistently communicated, was, hey, let's work something out with Matthew, and we were very fortunate that it worked out that way. If that wasn't able to occur, then that was definitely conversations and a possibility for us. I have a ton of respect for the body of work, and I've gotten to know Aaron and really enjoy the conversations and just the approach, the way that he thinks about the game and in life. And so that was a possibility, but our first priority was always to be able to get Matthew back.
That's Sean McVay right there talking about the Rams and Plan B. But they got Plan A, and they got Matthew Stafford.
Sean McVay sound like that all the time? Jeez.
It sounded like he was on Zoom and he was shouting, "You're a long way away, and you have to be heard." Police in Miami-Dade County are seeking to arrest former NFL wide receiver Antonio Brown on a charge of attempted murder. The charge stems from a shooting Brown was allegedly involved in during a celebrity boxing event in Miami last month. The warrant wants to put him on house arrest until a trial occurs.
I thought he's already been on that about 20 times.
New England Patriots will unveil a 12-foot-tall statue of Tom Brady outside Gillette Stadium before their preseason game August 8th. 12 feet tall. Bigger than life.
Yeah.
Double the size. DJ and PK.
Hashtag college football.
Wisconsin was placed on 1 year's probation and fined $25,000 yesterday after an NCAA investigation showed 9 coaches and staffers made impermissible phone calls to recruits in 2023. Badgers head coach Luke Fickell was determined to have violated head coaching responsibility rules in the investigation.
They made impermissible phone calls.
$25,000. Pocket change.
What's the probation? Don't do it again. Or
Yes.
We're really going to be mad.
I think that's exactly what it is. An Oklahoma man expressed interest in carrying out a terrorist attack at the University of Oklahoma's Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium in 2023. Kyle Swinford claimed allegiance to ISIS. Wanted to attack a stadium.
What is ISIS?
A group normally thought of as existing in the Middle East.
It took over parts of Syria and Iraq for a time and claimed to establish their own country until
What's
they
it
were
stand for?
Islamic State and something.
Yeah. You're right, Islamic State. I don't know the rest of it.
Yeah, it's too long. You can't have an acronym that long.
DJ and PK.
Hashtag Major League Baseball.
There's a swing, and there's a long drive to right field. This one's on its way, and that's a Jimmy Jack for Sam Haggerty. A 3-run homer for Haggerty, make it 16-3.
Second and third, 2 out. The 0-1 hit in the air to deep right field. This one down the line. It might go, and it is gone. A home run for Jeff McNeil. He tucked it just inside the foul pole in the right field corner. A 3-run homer. The Mets are leading by a score of 3-0.
Rodriguez ready. The 3-2. Line drive, left field, base hit. Here comes McMahon. He'll score. Ball game.
Highlights around Major League Baseball. The Colorado Rockies snap a 5-game losing streak. They beat the Giants 8-7. They are tied with the 1932 Boston Red Sox for the worst start in Major League Baseball history. 13-55 through 68 games. The struggle continues.
It's real.
Pablo Reyes scores a lone run for the Yankees. They shut out the Royals 1-0. Jacob Misiorowski had a no-hitter, then had to leave injured.
Oh, yeah. Covering first base, no less, Jacob Misiorowski.
And the Brewers beat the Cardinals 6-0. Numerical symmetry, PK. I know you love this stuff. Texas, 16 runs on 16 hits and blow out the Twins 16-3.
Can there only be numerical symmetry? Is there another form of symmetry that doesn't involve numericals?
I'm sure there could be.
Okay, well then let me know.
Okay.
If you're sure, you're guaranteeing it.
Yes.
I love the guy who answers, I'm sure it's probably the case. It doesn't make any sense.
I'm probably sure, yeah. Salt Lake Bees lose to the Aviators 8-1. Same two teams tonight, 8 o'clock on the Zone. Grudge match, Major League Baseball rivalry weekend. Yankees, Red Sox, and Dodgers, Giants. Ready for a little baseball around your hoops tonight? That'll be 6 hours on the I think it's Major League Baseball Network has those tonight.
Yeah, I can't watch the Diamondbacks. They're on Apple TV. I don't have that. Against the Padres.
Padres, Diamondbacks tonight on Apple, yes. DJ and PK.
Hashtag RSL.
Real Salt Lake, after a week off, is back in action tonight against DC United. DC United coming in off a great win over Cincinnati, followed by a 7-1 blowout loss. They've kind of been all over the map here.
Oh, yeah, I can't believe it.
Blown out by Chicago.
Unbelievable.
Pablo Mastroni will join us at 7:30. RSL will be shorthanded tonight. No Diego Luna.
What's wrong with him?
He's with the U.S. men's national team playing in the Gold Cup.
Thought he might have been at the tattoo shop or something.
Not that I know of.
He did do that special.
He did do one, yeah. He was interviewed while he was getting a tat.
Yeah, he did that special. I know what I'm talking about. I follow the Moon Man.
Pablo Mastroni will join us coming up at 8:30 to look forward to tomorrow night's game. Royals in Gotham tonight, so back-to-back nights of soccer action at America First Field.
You doing the game?
Yes.
All right. Dude, we got a camera.
Yeah, I know. All right. DJ and PK.
I don't think you remembered that.
I did.
Hashtag golf.
Round one in the books. Bogey-free 66 for J.J. Spahn.
Oh, I thought it was going to be something about Bojan Bogdanovic.
No.
When he said bogey.
You impressed with J.J.? No 3 putts on the greens that were supposed to be so difficult. No bogeys. Don't know that he can sustain that, but it was a good opening round.
Oh, sure.
And you know anything about Thriston Lawrence, who's sitting in second place?
I heard all these guys being interviewed.
Yeah.
What they had to say. I watched, what would you call it, post-round stuff, I guess, not post-game. I'm just interested to see what Bryson and those guys had to say about this. Jordan Spieth was okay. Yeah. So, yeah. They were all kind of like, man, we're not really going to be able to conquer this thing the way we normally do. So let's just, make our shots, try to stay in the moment. And It's so crucial for golfers is to be right there on that shot and nothing else, and just have that.
The only thing that matters is where that ball is lying right now and the swing I put on it this time.
And we reference other sports, a guy who's just hot from the field in basketball, in the zone, that type of thing. Oh, in baseball, it's as big as a beach ball, and we've seen offenses just click, and it's like nothing can go wrong and all, and that's what they're trying to achieve here, and you're playing yourself against the course, and it seems easier, but the mental acuity that you need to have is so difficult to be able to just have that shot after shot after shot. This is what you need, and they're all striving for that. That's what makes golf fascinating in that way, because sometimes, when you're hot in basketball, even when we play church ball or the Y or down at the park, some of us, we've had those moments, and you just feel unstoppable, invincible. Golf, it's just hard to do that because, when you're in the flow, that's just it. Well, in golf, you hit it, and then you got to wait a few minutes, and you got to walk, and you got millions of things to think about. It just really can mess you from the neck up. And these guys, that's the impression I got listening to so many of them being interviewed after the first round, is to being able to get to that point and be in that situation and knowing, hey, this is either I wasn't good today, or I was okay, I was really good, but now none of that matters. And they got to do it over and over. And Sunday seems like it might as well be 5 weeks away sometimes.
This seems like the kind of course where if they're not in the moment and they lose focus, you take two double bogeys.
That's what I'm talking about. This particular course right now.
This whole thing blows up so fast, and they don't get the positive reinforcement they get on the other courses.
Yeah, this isn't the Sony Open or any of that stuff.
Yeah, we see winners 20 under, and there's always a birdie that gets you feeling good again, and there isn't here.
Yeah.
And you can't worry about it because there isn't for most of the other guys either.
Right.
Brooks Koepka in a group at 2 under. Ben Griffin and Victor Hovland in a group at 1 under. John Rahm and Colin Morikawa in a group at even par. And a lot of these guys now back out on the course. Koepka's already played 6 holes today. He started on 10, but he's even par through 6. So keeping it going, staying 2 shots off the lead. And even par is a plenty good score the way things were going. There were only, I think, 10 guys under par yesterday. We'll talk with Bob Casper coming up at 9 o'clock about the second round of the U.S. Open and where he sees it going from here. DJ and PK.
Hashtag NHL.
And now on to Barkov. Poke checked away by Janmark. Open man. Kapanen. One-timer score! Jake Wallman and Edmonton has its first lead of the game. 4-3.
In close. Reinhart in front. Kachuk. Reinhart shot. And he scores! And Sam Reinhart ties the game with 19.5 seconds to go.
Breaking free is Draisaitl to the net. Score! Leon Draisaitl has tied the series with his 4th OT winner in the playoffs. Final score, Edmonton 5, Florida 4 in overtime.
As that game unfolded, I kept thinking about what you said yesterday.
What?
There is no way to know who's going to win this. It is absolutely impossible.
3-0 after 1, you're thinking, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's over.
This game's over. This series is over. And they chip away, get the lead, and then 19 seconds left, and then Draisaitl, the only guy in the league, I believe, named Leon. I don't think there's 2 guys named Leon.
It's a shortage of Leons in the NHL.
Yeah. And he, I think he set the record for most OT goals in the postseason and all that. They were talking about that. Yeah. Just
4th time he's done it.
It's crazy. And it's great. And you got momentum until the puck drops next game in Game 5.
Exactly.
No idea. Whatever's going to happen. And you just knew the game was going to end on some ricochet, something that the goalkeeper was going to get a glove on it or a sleeve on it, but it was going to bounce this way or that way, and sure enough.
Series tied 2-2 now. Winnipeg Jets star goalkeeper Connor Helbeck became the first goalie since 2015 to collect the Hart and Vezina trophies. The Hart is the NHL's MVP. The Vezina goes to the top goalkeeper award. It's like a pitcher winning the Cy Young and collecting the MVP at the same time. What is Trending is brought to you by Shamrock Plumbing. There's no job too big or too small. Get the personal touch with Shamrock Plumbing. All right, Pablo Mastroeni coming up at 8:30. Bob Casper at 9 o'clock. We get the question of the day next. Stay with us. DJ and PK. It's 97.5 The Zone.